Hey guys, it's your host D Rhino, and welcome back to another day. So today is another book update, and I just wanted to say that I finally made it to chapter 8, and things are proceeding along smoothly. I have a few ideas on what I want to write or type for this chapter, but when I type the story as I go, and sometimes I take liberties because I've been working on this story for almost 10 years. Not the book, but the story. I had this idea for almost a decade, and over the years it changed and evolved, and I was like, man, it would be cool to make a book. So that's what I'm doing. I just finally decided to make that book, and it's in development right now, obviously. So it's going along smoothly. I thought I would be stuck on like a few pages in, maybe, I don't know, but I'm thankful that I'm not, because wow, I'm like only a few pages away from 90. Wow, only a few pages away from 90. Wow. Oh my gosh. So to give you guys a little bit of like context, I guess, I made some additional scenes in chapter 7, and I felt like they were needed because the original version of chapter 7 was just, it wasn't lacking, but I felt like it needed more, just a little bit more. Nothing to complicate the story or anything, just to have it there, because I want something to flow. I want from chapter to chapter to chapter to feel like it's flowing. I don't want things to feel like, like, wait, okay, gotta stop here, gotta pause, continue here, and then come back here. I don't want that. I'm not like that. I just like to keep it simple, or as simple as I can. The artwork for it, for this book, of course, it's going to be illustrated. Some characters, or most characters, are going to be drawn and everything. I haven't put them onto the pages yet, but I'll do that towards like the end, when I know the book is done, and I just start doing the second draft. I'll start doing that for second draft, because right now, this is the first draft. So this is the loose form that I like to call it, because I can just go with whatever. I can make as many mistakes until I get to the next draft, and then the next, refine it, make sure that it looks good, there's no errors, and put, before I put it out there, before I self-publish. I don't want people to tell me how to do this or do that, and I don't mean like criticism. Criticism is fine, it's fine to a certain degree. Now, if it's malicious, yeah, that's when we have a problem. But what I mean by people telling me, what to do, is like micromanagers. I know I touched on this a little bit, but I absolutely hate when people try to tell me how to make my own story, or try to, I am the author, or soon to be author, the writer. This is all coming from my head, that has been in progress for 10 years, almost 10 years. And the last thing I need is somebody telling me, oh, you gotta get rid of these scenes, you can't have this in here, or this and that. That's my biggest gripe with certain books, comics, and mangas, is that when you're intending for it to be put out there, have it be put out there as a whole, man. Don't censor it. You know, I hate censorship. I really do, because I think it really devalues the art. And I gotta be careful with this, because there are some sick people out there who will try to put something out there and say it's art. Art is subjective, yes, but when we can all agree when certain type of art shouldn't, well, I use the word art loosely because it's not even art, but we can all see with our eyes that, yeah, this person is definitely out there, you know, they're not right. So gotta be careful with that art subjective crap. Honestly, that's a double-edged sword in my opinion. But my book is just, I'll show you the art of the characters, what they look like, young, and then older, because that's how the book is gonna go from. It's gonna go from childhood to adult with the characters. So the characters are growing with each chapter. Well, certain chapters, I should say, certain segments of the book. So that's not really nothing spoiler or too out there. Like, I just want that fact to be out there. Like, this is something like, I think it's a great process or a good decision that I'm making with this, because I want people to become attached to these characters. I want people to relate to these characters. There's something so fascinating about characters growing up, and then you just seeing how they were when they were kids, and then now seeing how they are now when they're adults. I think it's some sort of I think it's like human nature to wonder about that, because it's relatable to us. We're born, we grow, and then we mature, and that's one of life's lores right there, that aging is a thing, will always be a thing. I don't want to introduce you guys to playing characters that are one-dimensional. I want you guys to have, I want you guys to just like some of these characters. I want you guys to hate some of these characters. I want some of you guys to feel sympathy. It's not going to be like black and white. It's good. There's, as I said in my previous video, or one of my previous videos, there's going to be gray in there. I want there to be gray, because that's what makes things interesting. It's not just one way or another. And so, well, let me get to this before I forget. So here's some statistics about my book. It has over 33,237 words. It has over 180,307 characters. And it has over 147,764 characters without spaces. So that is a lot. I heard that for a book to be considered a novel, it has to have over 50,000 words. Now, with the pace I'm going at, I'm most definitely gonna be above and beyond that those numbers. But I'm not sure if that's true, because I've seen all types of books, that are just, they don't even have around 50,000 words. So I don't know. I'm taking my time with it. I'm not rushing it. I'm making sure that I reread certain parts, and then I feel like I need to add something in there, I'll add it, and I'll reread it again and see if that new part fits or not, and I'll just make decisions just to keep it or not. But yeah, chapter 8, wow. I'm not even sure how many chapters I'm gonna have, guys. I hope I have just enough for you guys. I'm liking the story so far. I really am. I feel like I'm now in or like I'm reaching the end of the first section when they're kids, while they're kids, you know. I feel like that. I cannot wait to get to the next section where they are like growing. I cannot wait, man. I wonder how I'm gonna pull it off. But I think that's all I have to say for today, guys. I don't want to repeat myself or, you know, keep talking on and on and on. So, thanks for listening to this video, guys, and peace out.